Welcome to 13. All right, everybody. So we're going to jump in real quick. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you had a wonderful one. Even if you were working, if you weren't working, if you took a staycation, if you got out of town, if you just took the day off, if you enjoyed somebody's company, whatever you did, I hope it was a safe Thanksgiving. And I hope if you did have to work or if you did choose to work, that it was profitable for you in whatever gig work you might have been doing or any other work. Um, so I want to talk about something that it's been on my radar for a little bit, but I want to get through those past few weeks of talking about some DoorDash issues. This happens to be another DoorDash issue. However, it also happens to extend to Instacart and some others. So a while you guys know how I feel about like Uber Teen. Okay. This is not an Uber Teen talk. However, you know, these apps all the time launch features that I know this is very weird. I talk to people about this all the time that they're launching features that are not necessarily legal for us to do. So I want to explain something to you guys because right now um, we're seeing the probably the biggest push ever for alcohol sales deliveries. So here's before I get into what I really want to make sure you guys understand and look into in your state is alcohol delivery's been around for what, like, couple of years now? I mean, like, since the pandemic. Drizzly saw a window, they took it. Drizzly was one of the biggest sales, acquisitions that an app company took on. You know, DoorDash wanted it, Uber wanted it. Both of them Uber got it, but Uber licenses it to DoorDash. So, they paid over $1 billion for that. I think it was, like, $1.2 billion to buy Drizzly. Now, this was well over a year ago. They've been around for a while. They came around the pandemic, but you haven't. We've seen the apps all trying to use it a little bit, but right now we're seeing every app and articles everywhere. Hey, get your alcohol, and even New Jersey was fighting this majorly. Um, Maybe not as much liquor delivery, but now you can buy drinks and things from restaurants and have them delivered. So these barriers are being crossed. When it was package delivery, it was one thing. And even that, I'm going to bring up here in question in a second. But when you're delivering, like here in Denver, we had we set we kind of extended a rule through the later part of the pandemic, not in the 2020, but in 2021, we said that bars and restaurants could serve alcohol to people to go. Here's what I want to get clear with you guys. So the major push for it right now is for two reasons. One, the volume order on all the platforms is down. So what is the logical choice? Bring on Uber Connect. Bring on Uber Teen. Anything for these companies, anything to get the volume up. Even if it's not safe, even if it's not tested, it's like autonomous vehicles, guys. They'll just do anything they can. Um, so liquor's been around for a while, this liquor delivery. It's been very questionable for a while too. If you guys aren't familiar, why I'm really beating on this is I have 25 years in the bar industry. So I can tell you that there's a lot that goes with this, and it some states are easier than others, but they're still not nothing. Every state has some regulations on how this can be done. And I just want to make it clear because, like these New Jersey stories right now, okay, it says that you can deliver alcohol, on and the way they word it, Instacart or DoorDash just got, is now able to deliver alcohol in New Jersey from liquor stores or from bars and restaurants. Okay, but here's the thing. This is correct. DoorDash, Instacart, whoever we want to talk about. But let's stick with DoorDash here for a minute. DoorDash is allowed to, on their SaaS platform, service as a software, which is a technical term for a digital middleman. They're not, to be honest, they're not anybody you deliver to, like, let's just stick with DoorDash. Anybody you deliver to is not a DoorDash client. They are your client. DoorDash, they proved this during tax time. They're just passing the client along to you. It's now your client. Now, in an audit, can you prove where all your clients were? Probably not. And good luck getting that data. You can get the data, but it'll be so raw it won't have names or things that are needed. And we've known about people who have gone through audits. But here's kind of what I'm talking about with deception. And it's not just DoorDash. All the companies are doing it. I see DoorDash and Instacart doing it the heaviest right now. Like oddly, I haven't even seen Uber pushing this at all any more than the norm. But look, the volume's down. They need to bring it back up. Is DoorDash, the SaaS platform, allowed to sell do like the article reads, are they allowed to now, DoorDash now allowed to sell liquor on their platform? Is that correct? 100% it is. They talked to their insurers, they figured out as the middleman, not the drivers, what do they need to do, and they probably had to adjust some insurance or whatever. Here's the thing though, none of the insurance coverage that you have as the driver changed. So, DoorDash, just like a liquor store, DoorDash has a license to take it from a liquor store or a restaurant, give it to you, the driver, and let you deal with it from there because you are an independent contractor. Therefore, DoorDash not only does not need to tell you how to do your job. They are not supposed to tell you how to do your job. It's the same fight we get into with third party apps that help you. You are allowed to use those. The platforms claim no. And if you do, whatever, like you can't use any of these tools. That's not true. In the United States, if they're going to claim that we're independent contractors, that is very well defined. Independent contractors can use any and all tools available to them to do their work and um are not supposed to be micromanaged by the contracting company. So if somebody contracts you to do something, which is what this is, it's a lot faster, but when you get a client, that's your client. How you do that job is up to you. I mean, if you do it awfully and it should take you 10 minutes to get their food there and you don't bring in, yeah, there's recourse, but how you do it, what tools you use to do it, what route you take to do it, that's up to you. Um, and here's the thing. What is also up to you is making sure that you are insured to take liquor. This might be a shocker to you guys. Some of you are probably going, dude, they wouldn't allow it on the platform if we weren't all covered. Hmm, we are all covered up to 1 million. Okay, here's the thing. Liquor and Uber teen driving kids around, those type lawsuits don't get settled underneath that $1 million umbrella. So, do you think DoorDash, if somebody sues you for selling a minor drinks and that minor gets in a car crash later that night, dies, do you think that DoorDash has your back? Not at all. Because DoorDash isn't it's not like they got caught selling to a minor. They contracted the liquor delivery to you and you took it. Now it's on you. In Colorado, you cannot serve liquor or beer without being currently tip certified. If you work in a restaurant or bar, they will tip certify you for you, and it'll be free. They'll have it done in the location for you. But if you're an independent contractor, you're just supposed to know that. So when you see these things that say DoorDash is now licensed in New Jersey to deliver alcohol, they are. You're not. And again, like Kim looked up the law, it says you don't need to be, but you should be. Yeah, you don't, of course, you don't need to be. But if you're not, your insurance company and even oddly DoorDash will work their way out of this. So anything liquor's on you. And a lot of liquor lawsuits go way um over the limit, the cap of what they're going to provide for you. So I just want to make it very clear to you guys that when you're taking these liquor orders because of lack of other orders or because you think this is okay and it pays $2 more, that $2 more, and it's going to sound dramatic, but that could wreck your life. If you get caught selling to a minor or anything, like maybe the minor has a friend who's 21 and they're having a high school party and they have the guy come over to just sign for it. I mean, there's so many things that you're supposed to know, and this is what tip certification goes through. It's not even about really tips. It's about learning how body weight, size, what people can take, reading people when you get there. Are they, even if they're over age, are they drunk already? Are you serving somebody who's already drunk? Look, a lot of people are very good at hiding how drunk they are enough to come to a door and get the order. Okay, so I mean, like, maybe their ID says 30 and maybe they really are 30. But maybe they're just so drunk, they've been out all night, and maybe you serve them more alcohol and they have alcohol poisoning or they die. What happens? Again, I just wanna make it clear because this isn't even like a gray area. If that happens, DoorDash, of course, the police, the investigation will ask DoorDash. DoorDash will present their license, say, yes, we went with independent contractors. That independent contractor should know the law. He should have the correct whatever he needs in that state. And if he doesn't, that's on him. If you don't think for a second that's the way it'll go down, you're crazy because that is how it'll go down. Uber Connect has been launched 4 times because 2 of the times I don't remember really what the 3rd reason was, but the first 2 times was gangs were using it to deliver drugs. That was its main use. The very first time in the Bay Area, that was 90% of the use of on Uber Connect was drug dealing. Did the driver go to jail for being a part of this when they conduct because they had a sting operation where they pulled over a bunch at once? Did they go to jail? No, but they were involved in investigations. They had to go to court, all this kind of stuff. This is different. Driving a teenager around in Uber Teen, completely unsafe. You call your insurance, they'll say, "Dude, you do that, you're screwed." But Uber and Lyft said, "I'm yeah, well, cool. I hope they got you covered because we don't." So they're already removing their hand. Um, and now this, it's going to be like, "Hey, am I covered to take liquor?" And your insurance agent might, you might get one who's just like, "Well, sure, yeah, you're on DoorDash," but if you really check around with a few, a good one, some will just tell you no, which is also an incorrect answer. The good agents, if they have real experience in the bar industry or around liquor, because 'cause they're becoming new to this all too, but they do know these companies work like this, but they would tell you, "Well, you need," in Colorado, "you need to be tip certified. If you are, we can work out a different policy with you," and they'll run some numbers, and you'll find yourself paying 2 times as much or whatever. Because yes, even if you're tip certified, you're gonna pay more. And that's 13 minutes of news in just under 13 minutes. Happy Thanksgiving weekend, everybody. Peace.